Now then, people, good afternoon. Welcome back to the Just Joe Football Show. I hope you are all doing well. As is being said in the chat, please do smash a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, get your comments in, hit the notification bell, become a member and all that jazz. Sorry it's been, well, I'm not sorry, but it has been quiet over the last few days. The last time I did a video was Monday when I had Joe Piroe. But as I've promised myself and said to you previously in the past, I've had my children, so therefore focus has been solely on them for the last few days. So yeah, we've got loads to catch up on. At least there's loads for us to talk about. There's been loads happening. Obviously, we'll get into it. New deals, new players, new links, and one that I'm absolutely buzzing about. Actually, to be fair, if you remember, big up to my main man who gave me the info. But I did tell you about them free contracts, and lo and behold, it happened. Right, it happened as we said it would. Three new, new deals for Bogle, Rodon, and for Brenden Aaronson. We spoke about it on the channel. It proved to be the case. Live and direct. Says Danny B, my skipper is live and direct. 26-27, the boy is back. Yeah. I will be doing a watch along tomorrow as well, live from 2 a.m. 2 a.m. That'd be early. 2 p.m. or late, depending on which 2 a.m. it is. But yeah, 2 p.m. I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited for it to be back. So it's nice, innit? It's nice. Obviously, press conference reaction. Big up Danny Rumsey as well, who sent me a message. But like I said, full focus on the kids and being present with them when I do have them. So that's where I've been over the last few days. Don't worry. I've been well. So I spent a few days away, and obviously Piroe at the time was close to a move to West Ham. I've come back and about 400 things have happened at Leeds United. One of them being that Piroe has gone to West Ham. We'll talk about that. Elvedi signed. Piroe and Bornauw have left. 3 new contracts. New keeper as well. That's happening. Delap. We'll talk on Daniel Farke, obviously, his press conference. And then obviously we've got the small matter of Nottingham Forest away tomorrow at 3 p.m. I'm so excited. The Premier League is back, baby. Honestly, you would not believe. Super hyped. So it's worth sticking around for this video because we've got loads to talk about, loads of opinions to give based on what I've seen, what I've heard, what I've read. And interested to see what your thoughts are. In terms of some of the opinions and stuff that are out there. It seems to me that Delap's split opinion. I'll give my thoughts on that as well. I thought, if I'm being honest, spoiler alert, some of the reactions to the price are mental. I don't know what you're expecting you would get him for. Some of the reactions to the level of quality that this guy possesses, again, is mental. I was speaking to my main man, Jack, on the way home, back home, and he put forward a great point. Tell me the difference between him and James Trafford. Both came through at City. Both went out on loan from City, did really well in the Championship, then came into the Premier League and made the wrong move, and then now move on to Leeds United. Tell me where the difference is in that. There is no difference. They taught Delap down today. We'll get stuck into it then. Who was it who spoke it down? Again, I've been driving all day, so I've probably missed the boat. But let's start first of all. Elvedi, officially now a Leeds United player. I've seen a lot of prop for him over the last 24 to 48 hours when I have dipped into the Twitter sphere. Reaction from me initially, I think it's a great addition. I think it's a great addition to this rock solid defence that we're building. He's got vast amounts of experience, both internationally and in the Bundesliga. He's worked with Farke before. It's a no-brainer. So he brings us loads of experience. Farke already knows him. He can fit anywhere across the back three. Right, it can fit anywhere across the back three, and the value of the deal he brings. a lot of experience and quality for not a hefty price. So for me, I think it's a great signing. Leeds have lost Strauch and Bornauw and added Mihajlovic and Elvedi. Both players are better than the ones that have exited. For me, I love Pascal Strauch, but Mihajlovic in the short space that we've seen him, he's better, right? He's better. His ceiling's far greater. Is Elvedi an upgrade on Bornauw? Yeah, I would say so for sure. We haven't seen him in the flesh, but yeah. His 300 odd appearances across 11 seasons at Mönchengladbach tells me that. The fact that the managers wanted him on numerous occasions tells me that. So Leeds have somehow increased both the floor and ceiling of the defence. Losing Strauch, which caught us all a bit unaware initially, like, whoa, okay, you want to move to Brighton? All right, fair enough, you crack on. And we've then brought in two additions in Elvedi and Mihajlovic that have dwarfed that. It'll be interesting to see, and it moves us on slightly into the contract for Joe Rodon, etc. I think there's a case that Elvedi is going to be competing for a place. Joe Rodon's position could be up for grabs. The 3 new deals for Brenden, for Bogle and Rodon are also part of like protecting their value, right? Protecting their value long term. Because if they were to be replaced in the side and they did want to move, you've still got them under a contract where you can then demand decent fees instead of letting players leave for next to nothing, a la Pascal Strauch. Because that's what's happened in his case. Let me just jump into a few super chats. I almost missed that. All boxed up 2874 says, big up to you, Joe. Big up to you, my brother. Good to see you. Helen Walker, member for 53 months, still going strong. Hi, Joe. Finally caught you live. It's nice to see you happy and healthy, and that's how I feel. So thank you, Helen. Blue Jay Matt says, welcome back, Joe. Good to see your face again. 62 months. That's no joke, is it? That is no joke. I've had a bit of a nightmare today. I left the house at 9 a.m, dropped my son in Sunderland, drove back. I've only just walked through the door at about 2:30. Bad roads on a Friday. Bro, Seth, so happy to see you back, marching on together. 2-1 to us tomorrow. I'd love a clean sheet, but yeah, fantasy team as well, folks. Premier League's back in it. You'll all be making the final adjustments to your fantasy sides. I love that. Delap is rubbish, a few of the people. Is it true with the Mudryk links? I don't think so, mate. I'll have a look, though. We can only have a look. Again, a lot of this, I haven't been as plugged in as normally over this summer. I haven't been... Oh, is it me or have I gone sketchy? Have I gone sketchy, folks? Can you hear me? Yeah, we're good. Dr. Cox, you are bang on. Delap is rubbish. Dr. Cox is never bang on. Afternoon, Joe. How are you? Glad to catch you live. I'm good, Tom. I'm good. How are you, my brother? I hope you're well. Top guy. So Piroe's gone, Bornauw gone. Elvedi came in. Piroe West Ham's done. We spoke about it earlier on in the week. It makes sense for him, doesn't it? I think he'll score goals there. It wouldn't surprise me if he scores this weekend, if indeed he does start. Obviously, it means Leeds United need to replace him. We definitely need to replace Joel Piroe now. It's a nice segue into Delap for sure. And it's interesting to see him be linked. It was a player that I've wanted when I first came back and I mentioned that he would be available. I did think it would probably be out of our reach, but I think he'd be a great addition. But that's just not. It's just my opinion. To say that Delap's not of the level's mental. It's mental. You're going off his Chelsea time. Let's not forget that he was coveted by Manchester United and Chelsea before. It was on Berren's Q&A where he rubbished the Delap link. Well, Berren's pretty close to the deal, so I'll have a look at that. I'll pull that up now. If anyone's got a link to it, because I've got the Athletic, so I can have a look at it. Don't know why, but it's not letting me go on my messages on Twitter. There we go, sorted. Danny sent a post. Oh, Mudryk to Leeds United. The Ukrainian is now one of several wingers that Leeds are looking at. Wow. So people are tagging me in it now. That's a turn up for the books. Live reaction. Shows how unplugged I've been. Mudryk to Leeds United. The Ukrainian is now one of several wingers that Leeds are looking at. Let's have a listen to what Pope has got to say. Wow. We liked him before, right? When he was at Shakhtar. Don't want a drug to cheat at Leeds. Fuck off, man. They're all on the gear. um, Interesting. Would you take him? Yes, 100%. Um, if you get Mudryk on loan from Chelsea and they pay most of his wages, I'd take him. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, nice one, mate. He's not getting in at Chelsea, is he? Anytime soon? Yeah. Do you know what though? Do you know with this deal, Ryan? I read something this morning. Apparently, it's to get. So Tottenham are also going to take Mamouche. And obviously, if you reduce the Marmouche fee, it means that Frankfurt, where he came from, doesn't get as much as the sell-on clause because most of the fee is hidden in the Savinio deal. Because he's not. That's mental. I agree with you. It is mental. Obviously, they paid for him. He's played next to nothing, and then it's then it's sort of like hidden under there, I believe. I would rather spend money on a top left wing and keep Metro. Yeah, I don't think Metro will go. I don't think Metro will go. On loan, people are saying on the thing. I need to find the Q&A, don't I? Tottenham are confident to proceed with Marmouche. Savini on London after 75 million plus 5 million and 5 million. Yeah, exactly. So it's 85 and then boom, Marmouche goes on... goes lower fee, so therefore they don't have to pay as much to Frankfurt. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's what I read, and it would make sense because surely no one is paying 85 million for Savinio. I don't think so. Anyway, Mudryk apparently only but he got one of them like lifetime contracts, didn't he? Like 9 years or something like that. Lee Sobbett in Yorkshire Evening Post says definitely no Leeds interest. A couple of other Adonis Starr's just a fan like me and you, folks. He's a good guy, Adonis, but he's not a journalist unless things have changed and he's doing a bit of writing. But I don't think he's getting information from transfer gurus. I may be wrong, but Adonis is just a fan like me and you. So yeah, I don't know, but I'll have a look. Obviously, I've totally missed the boat on the Q&A, so I'll pull it up. Yeah, if there's a loophole with the double D, it's clever. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, who's yet another Harrison? If we're talking, miss Stephen, your voice in these streams, man. Welcome back and well done, mate. Proud of you. Thanks, Steve. Thanks. Let me pull up the Athletic because they do have a subscription because it is the GOAT. Aaronson signs new deal. Where's the Q&A? Has he done that as a separate piece or at last caught live? So we have a decent 9 and 10. It might be on his Twitter, mightn't he? Let's have a look. I've no excuse. I just want you to use me. Take me and abuse me. What's this? Let's have a look. I've confirmed the squad numbers. Brenden Aaronson. You would have been writing off Aaronson. I never writ him off. Have that. I can't see this Q&A. Joe, would you have Tatty from West Ham? Yeah. 100%. I don't see this Q&A, folks, unless you can tell me where it is. What's your take on Aaronson getting stick? Oh, well, mate, the mental. Of course they're going to give him stick because they've got to hate someone, haven't you? Brenden Aaronson more than deserves his new deal. more than deserves his new deal. He's been quality. So, I mean, of course, he was going to get stick. They should have done his first, then Bogle, then Rodon, and then it would have gone in a better order. But Alex Crook, yeah. Well, Crook, I mean, if it's been rubbish, Alex Crook was also the one that mentioned the Delap stuff. Yeah, he's now reporting it, yeah. But they were the one, Ben Jacobs and Alex Crook, that mentioned the Delap stuff. Yeah, and that's what they are at this point, are Twitter donkeys, idiots. Tis what it is. It's a breeding ground for them. Good to see you back, contracts on the sobriety. I know what you meant, though. Congrats, not concrats. You've got me messed up now. I'm on a treadmill. Don't worry about it, Joel Linton. Big up to you. Are you a Toon fan? Toon. Black White Army. Toon. Black White Army. I think they're going down, mate. You're definitely not, but you're not having a good season, are you? It's not looking good for the Geordies. How we're the lads, man. Appreciate the honesty, mate. Always, man. Always. X cooks your brain. It does, man. I am now in a place where I just mute any opinion I have, because then it isn't happening. Does that make sense? Like, Delap, like I put out yesterday, Delap at Leeds would be a huge statement. Wrong move going to Chelsea, but he could rebuild and flourish at Leeds. 40 million is the going rate for a player of his quality, especially being English. Still loads of room to grow, and I'd love us to get this one done, right? There is 94 comments, 11 retweets, maybe it's quote tweets. I ain't even going to look. Because I know it'll be shit. But who cares? I mean, it's not. How it's not. So yeah, I don't even look at that shit. Chris says, "Hey, you're back, yeah, man." Shall we have a look? I go for 100% Joe. 100% Joe. Think he fits the mold. Some common sense. I wouldn't have him as third choice striker, never mind paying silly money for him. 100% Joe. Actually think he'd be good. 40 million, are you mad? Surely his value gone down. There's other options. Oh, there isn't that many negatives. Hang on. Loan to buy. Terrible choice. 25 goals and 7 assists over 5 seasons. Would you take Piroe over him? It's not that bad. It's not that bad, actually. I just thought I'd be getting cooked. Yeah, X is just a hive. Yeah, that's all it is, of people getting offended and commenting, or being angry and commenting. Nothing good comes of it. It doesn't, mate, honestly. It's a cesspit, a breeding ground. Crook's a fraud. I know someone who told him he was an agent. Then they were on a table together at PDC darts event, had him going for like 3 hours with fake info, didn't back out. Oh, just took his word. There you go then. Or maybe because, fuck knows. Maybe they're all frauds. We're all frauds pretending to not be frauds. What's this? It's all popping off at the minute. Leeds United trying to loan Michael Mudryk from Chelsea, one of a number of attackers under consideration. Nothing advanced yet, but Mudryk understood to be open to the move and talks are ongoing. Listen, I think that'd be a great addition. That would be a fantastic addition, wouldn't it? Michael Mudryk and what's his face? Okafor as your left wing options. Happy days. We were actually linked to Michael Mudryk time ago. There's a tweet, and this is when I knew Joe. So there's a tweet from Joe Tiffany when he told me we'd sign him and Gakpo. This was before he pretended to be a journalist. And when I went and searched that tweet and found it, he deleted his response. But this is when he was a normal dude, not Fabrizio. You know what I mean? He'll remember. Funny guy, man. Fair play, though. The grift is real, man. He's smashing it out of the park. Joe, what do you think of the black third strip, by the way? Yeah, lovely. Really, really like it. Mudryk and Okafor is a top set of left wingers. Also leaves money for a striker. Does 100%. I think Yeah, then you can put all eggs in the Delap basket. Yeah, seen that, Rumsey. Thank you. You can put all the eggs in the Delap basket. Take 2 for price of 1. Come on now. Let's have a good relationship with Chelsea in that respect. We seem to be able to make deals with decent football clubs at the minute due to the ownership that we've got. Maybe there's, Clear Lake and all that, and Todd Bowley and stuff. They're all American, aren't they? So maybe there's a little thing there because we seem to have decent relationships or can make deals that previously maybe would have struggled to do under this regime, I think. Sly says you want Firpo back. No, man, never go back. Never go back. They ain't going to spend 40 million as a backup striker. Not a chance. Yeah, I mean, I hear what you're saying, I do, but you've got to think long term here. There's no guarantees that DCL stays through the season fully fit. I don't know. We need another attacker. And if you can get Liam Delap for 40 million now at this stage of his career, I think is a great deal. And I know a lot of people disagree with me, but I do. Well, Louis Price says, remember the same... Listen, I'll tell you something on Delap. And it's a good point you make here. I'll tell you something on Delap. They're the same people that told you DCL was shit. Yeah, we shouldn't have signed him. They're the same people that when we tried to get Harry Wilson the season before was shit and we can do better. They know who they are. They said that to you. I'm convinced a lot of the time these people only watch Leeds United and nothing outside of that. And don't actually watch that much football. Just purely focus on Leeds United. Don't bother about what else is going on. They told you that Harry Wilson was not a good player. They told you that DCL was washed. You know? There probably some exist amongst us that reckoned fucking Trafford were all that as well. You know? If Delap's such a bad player, tell me why the scouts of City, who brought him through, Manchester United and Chelsea wanted him. Explain that. If he's shite and everyone else on Twitter is right, why are they doing that? Why are they trying to sign him? Why would a club like Nottingham Forest want him? Sometimes you got to ask yourself the question, haven't you? Sometimes you got to ask yourself the question. Why are these doing it? I don't know. I hate the logo, but Red Bull Money helping with these signings, and it's a Worldcast sponsor. Yeah, it's up there, isn't it? It's up there. But Piroe's gone now. That's where we were at. Bornauw's gone now. I don't think we'll see Farke working with Delap and Mudryk would do wonders with them. I think so as well, Dan. Are you quite confident for Leeds this season? Yeah. I am. You know, I think, I seen Lewis was on thingy. Leeds are an outside bet for Europe. I don't think that's a crazy take. Top 10 and above. Top 10 and above. Some people have decided out there, so it's probably already set in stone now anyway, but top 10 or above, I think, for me. But the new deals are great as well for the football club. We're finally being run correctly. Rodon 2030, Bogle 2030, Aaronson 2029. Great. Yeah, I can't, Alan, all boxed up. I can't find that though. If you could find it for me and someone tag me in it, that'd be great, so I could have a look at it live because I didn't know that up until this point. Didn't the Sheffield United fans say the same thing about Bogle? Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. If the manager wants to lap, I'll back it. Yeah, that's a shout. So yeah, Joe Rodon, Jayden, Bogle, Brenden, Aaronson, 2030 and 29 respectively. It's great from the football club. Mate, all right, let's have a look then. Let's see if Joe posted it. Did he? Let's have a look. Where is it? Not for that amount of money. Where was that then? Because there's no tweet. There's no tweet. Or do you mean on his video? No truth in Delap rumours, right? Okay, so he did the video. Let's have a look. I'll see what he's saying. See if I can get to the Delap bit. Right, let's have a look. Let's see what he's saying. One sec. Just having a listen now. Can you hear that? Sexist setup. Disagree on the point in it being nuts, by the way. But I mean, they will pay that level of money. Just saying. Man City have sold Savinho for 85 million. And they paid 30 and he's played next to no football. He will go for that. So Lee Sobbert is just a guy that does fucking aggregator stuff. Let's have a look. See what he's actually said. If it's just he just does aggregator stuff. I believe Lee Sobbert does. I may be wrong. There doesn't seem to be a tweet. There doesn't seem to be a tweet. Hang on. Well, if Joe is correct, if Lee Sobbert is correct, then we are not going to be going in for Liam Delap. It's sad, but what's this? I would he'd definitely go for 40 million. Yeah, exactly, Matt. 100%. It is a lot of money. It is a lot of money, but I think that's what you'd be expected to pay. I think we need to have a little bit of like I've seen some takes talking about he's not even worth 10 million and all that. It's mental. There's a guy that was well coveted, came through City's academy, went to Chelsea after his time at Hull, was wanted by Manchester United. He's not a bad player. And he would do great stuff at Leeds United. I believe that. You know, Forest are ahead of Leeds for the lap. Whether we want him or not, they will pay 40, 45 over first team football. Yeah, exactly. So, you know, maybe we're not there, and you know, I would take anything Lee Sobbert says with a pinch of salt, though. Just my opinion. But yeah. Well, look. Here's a question: if Leeds United get if Leeds United were to get Mudryk on loan and you still had that money, where else does that money need to go other than on a striker? And then we've had an almost perfect window. We've had an almost perfect window. Yeah, Matt, they'd only be Spurs that would have had a better window for us. Exactly, mate. 23. been at Chelsea, came through at City, wanted by Manchester United prior to this. Had they got not Sesko, he chose Chelsea over Man United. Do you know what I mean? So, left wing back, but again, by the way, big up Joe. Yeah, of course, man. If I've missed it, normally I'm plugged in. But as I've said to you, over the last 7 months, I'm not as plugged in as I once was. Maybe Lee Sobert now is amazing. I'm not. The last few days I've been with my children. My full focus has been there. I almost feel like I'm behind the times, you know. But it is. But yeah, I think if we were to get Delap and Mudryk, it'd be amazing, man. It'd be amazing, wouldn't it? He was class at Ipswich, just hasn't worked for Chelsea. He was mega in our academy, which I'm assuming Kieran is a City fan on that. You know what I mean? This is what I'm saying. Like, let's not forget Delap pre-Chelsea. Darcy J. Daly, legend, enough said. So glad you're back and doing well, my friend. Can't wait for the watch along tomorrow. Have a few coffees on me. Thank you very much, Darcy. I also can't wait for it as well. Don't mind Delap, but there are much better strikers in Europe for that price. Name them. There probably is. I don't know, but I don't know them. I just know I like Delap. I'll bang that drum. But it looks like, anyway, it might be something that won't happen anyway, based on what's been said. But yeah, look, back to Leeds United's contract situation. Happy. I'd imagine, like someone said, there's been a lot of vitriol sent to Aaronson's way for him getting a new deal and all that sort of stuff, which I just think is mad. But there you go. Right, here's one for you then. So Luke's just mentioned Fleming. I'm not spending 20 million on Fleming if I can pay 20 million more for Liam Delap. Like you said, right, tell me the difference then, right? Still think Fleming decent, back up, 20 million, 10 goals for an awful Burnley side, which I hear you. But if we were to look at Delap, got 12 in an awful Ipswich side. He got 12 in an awful Ipswich side. So, you know what I mean? And for 40 you could get, but do you know how much he's on? And he's 31, like said. You're not getting Ivan Toney, and nor are we getting anywhere close to what he wants on a monthly basis. I would love Ivan Toney, but it's not going to happen. Who should get the next contract? For me, it has to be Daniel Farke. I believe that, listen, take what I'm saying with a pinch of salt, but let's not forget I predicted these 3 contracts would happen this week. Not predicted, was told. My bad. Shouldn't. I was told that them 3 contracts would happen this week. If you watch the video on Monday, I said that. And it happened. So I believe, again, from sources, tomato ketchup, Farke's got a new improved deal on the table now, just waiting for him. But Farke's holding the cards, right? He's like, we'll see. But I believe Farke will get that signed as well. Yeah, Tyler, exactly. That I agree. There's levels to this game. Sure, your Mystic Mac. Yeah, exactly. It was me. It wasn't, I was told. I just knew this would happen. Delap, mega. I think if Watkin goes Saudi, Villa go for Delap, maybe. And he'll score loads of goals. And yeah. Is Mudryk going to happen? I mean, it's picking up pace. I don't know enough. But it's only what I've seen while live. I said, I've not seen that. But, truth be told, like, my phone's on reduced notification and that now. I just don't want to get, like, too into it all. I'm excited for the actual football to start. I'm excited for the actual football to start and to get moving again. And it starts tonight, Arsenal versus Coventry. Arsenal white floor with them, hopefully. And Lampard's like that. I think if Farke does sign, certain people will melt. Really? Are there people still out there? No, they're not. Thank you very much, Kev. Nice to see you. Up the toffees. I think I am worried about Mudryk one, though. Is he over trying? What do you mean? What does that mean? He just wants to play football, doesn't he? You know, just makes sense. In terms of the goalkeeper situation, we have our backup signing, Michael Zetterer. Zetterer? Is that right? Am I getting that right? Another signing clause. So we'll have our backup goalkeeper to James Trafford. We have our three goalkeepers now. James Trafford, Zetterer, and then obviously you've got underneath that you'll have Alex Cairns. So he's an experienced goalkeeper. Piroe still expected to move on. You know, I think what's important, they knew we needed to fix it. You know, they're going to move him on. I think, Zetterer was kiboshed by his agent, Joe? When? Fucking hell, how far off am I? This is embarrassing. I apologise. This is what happens when you prepare a video in the morning. Michael Zetterer, simply untrue. Agent surprised at claims. But this is from Sebastiaan Bloor and Baron Cross of The Athletic. How have they got that so wrong? Seb Stafford Bloor is top tier. Leeds United are close to... This was... Is his agent doing it? Yeah, but this is my thing. Is his agent talking shit? Yeah, it's bullshit then. His agent's doing it for some money or something. There's no way someone as credible as Seb Stafford Bloor, you know, when we're talking about credibility, runs with this story to say it's basically done. Yeah, no, it's a good job. We love you. It sounds like agent doing a madness, doesn't it? No, I think Leeds United. So this is the Athletic piece, which again, the Athletic aren't running with duff stories. Agents going rogue, yeah. Leeds United are close to reaching an agreement in principle with Frankfurt for the goalkeeper Zetterer. Premier League side have been in the market. It'll be the backup stopper if the two clubs can find an agreement. Sources at Elland Road speaking anonymously to protect relationship expect Frankfurt would need to secure a new goalkeeper. That allows Leeds to move Piroe on. He made 22 appearances, kept 6 clean sheet. As it stands, Trafford, yeah. Well, according to this, that was, but if we go on Twitter, there was one sports witness again. Do you believe the validity of that? Let's have a look. Anyone credible talking about Mudryk? The two that are talking about Mudryk are from the same cloth in terms of talk sport. It's Ben Jacobs and Alex Crook. So they're one and the same. Joe, we played 2 games. It's September. Yeah. Yeah. Build out the credible source. They're not. It's just another aggregator site. Unfortunately, people have to do this because of the emerge of Twitter and stuff like that. Right. Okay. So let me just have a look. So yesterday, it was reported that Leeds are closing in on an agreement for Michael Zetterer, right? That was at Leeds Live. Fresh reporting today says Zetterer's agent has pushed back on the proposed move, saying they were surprised by the reports. There's also been a German reporting that Zetterer doesn't currently intend to leave Frankfurt because he believes he can compete for number 1. So maybe there seems to be a pushback from the players' side. Seems to be pushback from the players' side on that respect. So that deal is very much in doubt, it would seem. But as people have said, it looks like it's been still kept alive from the UK side of things. Yeah. Just having a look at Delap as well. Forest leading the race. Zetterer deal, is it a significant problem? Potentially off Delap. Leeds interest still being reported, but Forest are ahead. Not dead based on anything reliable. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see with them then, won't we? We will. Isaac Johnson is reporting on us being interested in Mudryk too, which is massive. Didn't know about the Zeta thing. Did not know. Must do better. But Leeds United had a interest in Mudryk before, I swear. Popey mentioned Mudryk on his pod, said he was... Yeah, I seen that. I did see that. It's one to watch out for. I'd love Mudryk, but again, people will tell you he's rubbish. I mean, he didn't do well, but let's not forget he was wanted by Arsenal, and then Chelsea just went to war with him over the fee, and it got to a point where, you know, Chelsea won that battle, but then it obviously went tits up for him, and he was down to be on drugs. My understanding is that the deal is pretty much agreed between the clubs, but the keeper hasn't agreed to the deal, says Little Chesney. Big up Little Chesney. Thought the keeper is keen on the move. His family is settled in Germany, so chances that isn't happening. There you go. We'll have to just go back. Big up to Neil Rhodes with the super sticker. Thank you. Welcome back to the world of mud. Regards, transfers, Joe. Just on Mudryk, let's have a look a little bit on that. So, Chelsea are prepared to let him go, leave on loan, get regular football following his return. He was banned for a period, right? Fresh reporting says Chelsea haven't yet found a club to take him. Obviously, like Popey says, we've got the links to Strasbourg. His preference will be to stay in the Premier League if he can go out on loan. So there's discussions today. Obviously, Adam Pope brought it up. You've now got TalkSport mentioning it. Now, there's nothing to say that TalkSport aren't just mentioning it on the back of that Popey stuff. This is how it works, right? Just throw a bone out there and see if the dog bites it, kind of thing. You know what I mean? It could be one that happens, right? He's still only 25. He's got pace. He's direct. It could work for Leeds United. And we need a player on that left-hand side to help Okafor, or, you know, maybe share minutes with Okafor. It's one to watch over the next few days. Would I take him on loan? Yes. Does that then free cash for a striker? Yes, as well. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, he was amazing at Shakhtar, wasn't he? Hence why Arsenal and Chelsea went to war over his signature. That's the thing. They didn't fuck a bear. Hair tat looks awesome. Cheers, mate. That means a lot. Cheers. It's decent, isn't it? Decent. I got it for notes as well. Popey started a wildfire, the arsonist. Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't like to play him as a 9, no, mate. He's an out-and-out winger. He's old Mudryk, innit? Definitely an out-and-out winger. So I don't see that happening. But we definitely need to go and go get a striker for sure. Go get a striker. That has to happen for me. And then it's almost like perfecto, would you say? Like you Joe, do you remember the Prague comments about player being available later in the window? Maybe it was Mudryk, potentially. I don't remember the comments, though. I can't lie to you. I don't remember. But Nottingham Forest Leeds on Saturday as well, isn't there? Nottingham Forest Leeds. It's going to be a tough game. I would prefer left wing back. Gabby is injured a lot. Yeah, I mean, we do need a left back cover. Yeah, sorry, I did forget about that. Obviously, Oliver Glasner, his reign as Forest manager takes place on Saturday. Glasner's a top coach. He's done well wherever he's gone, and he continues to. His trajectory continues to go up. Be interesting to see if Nico Williams will have a. I think Nico Williams could play that Muniz position that Muniz did at Palace so well. In terms of, again, I'm coming back to fantasy, scoring points, assists, goals. Nico Williams has almost got the perfect player for that. It's their 5th different manager, in 12 months. 5th different manager. It's mental. It is mental. Joe do a Leeds Forest starting 11. I think we get a few in there. I still think they've got a better squad overall. Who've they signed? Diamonde and is it Schlager? Schlager they've signed, the defensive midfielder or versatile midfielder. You've got Diamonde, centre-back. Probably get a few more in. That's what Glasner's saying. They expect to get a few more in. Let's have a look. Glasner has also won his first league match in charge with 4 of his 5 previous clubs. I think we win tomorrow. I think it's anybody's game, innit? It's anybody's game. Great to see you back, Joe, lad. Need a bit of Elvis. What does that mean? Look, both sides have been pretty decent. Well, we've had a better pre-season. They had 3 losses on the spin. Let's have a look. It's hard to gauge, especially with there being so much change in the Premier League. There's been so much change in the Premier League with managers, players. Someone like Pep leaves a massive hole as well. Man United having a bit of continuity for a change. Chelsea's new manager in Alonso. Tottenham with such a great window. 2 17 finishers now doing bits in the transfer window. You just don't know how this season's going to play out. Palace, new manager. It's all going to be a bit mad, if I'm honest. So it's hard, really, to give you a proper, this is what I think. You know what I mean? This is what I think is going to happen, X, Y, Z. Because we just don't know. Like, Maresca could bomb at City, and they sack him. Alonso could do amazing at Chelsea, and they could be in a title race. Just looking at Leeds United, I put them up against anybody at the minute. I just think stylistically, tactically, we'll give anyone a game. I think we've got a striker in Dominic Calvert-Lewin that he's just in his peak, in his prime, and has had a great pre-season. I think we've made some great additions. I think from set pieces, we're going to be so dangerous when you think about Harry Wilson, Anton Stark, even Ampadu's long throw, the corners. I think we're going to get a lot from set pieces. You've brought in Mihajlovic again, who looks good in the air. I think we're as good as mid-table sides in the Premier League now. We've got a little bit of depth there as well. I'm happy with where we're at. I'm happy with where we're at. Obviously, they've got some decent players. Igor Jesus, Morgan Gibbs-White. I think Nico Williams will play a big part. Chris Wood, of course. The new signing, Diamonde, alongside Milinkovic. They've got a good side. Olaina's had a good couple of seasons there. But so have we. It's anybody's money. I wouldn't bet on this game. But I think with the pre-season that we've had and the form Dominic Calvert-Lewin looks to be in, I think we could nick it 1-0. I think we could nick it 1-0. And I'd be happy with that. But we'll see. We'll see when the dust settles. Listen, I am super hyped for tomorrow. Super hyped for a return of the Premier League. Or tonight even, but for our game, Yeah, do you remember? That's Corin says, who would have thought we'd ever get good at set pieces? I think we only scored 3 from 3 in 23-24. We are a set piece side now, and I'm okay with that. I love the Ampadu long throw. It gets me excited. I'm like, right, let's go. Let's go. So I'm hyped. I'm hyped for tomorrow. I'm hyped for tonight's game. I'm hyped to just welcome Premier League football. It don't really feel like we've had it off due to the World Cup, but it's worked out nicely for me. And I hope you all join me for the watch along tomorrow. Obviously, while I've been away, you'll have been watching other people and that. And I hope, you come back. I hope you come back to home. Come back to home where it's at. Let me go home. All that sort of stuff. As Farke said, dream big. Yeah, exactly. Dream big. Go hard or go home and all that sort of stuff. But we will be there. We will be there. I'm excited for the return of the watch along. We'll do an instant match reaction and stuff as well. Yeah, it's just going to be good, isn't it? It's just going to be good to be back. And then, yeah. And then I think from next week, normal service will resume in terms of, obviously, it's going to be busy in terms of transfers, so that's good. But also, like, in terms of, press conference reaction and all that stuff, it'll go back to normal because my kids go back to school. So then during the week, it'll be just like a normal working week kind of vibe, won't it? So, Ish Gates says, I'm back. I hope you carry on giving me grief. Depends on your footballing opinions, but I will take no prisoners. You will be getting told. You will be getting told. It's funny how anyway, it doesn't matter. Let's go. Anyway, sorry, I was just laughing at a tweet. To be honest, I've not settled on another Leeds watch along since Joe's been gone, so we'll be here tomorrow. Big up, man. Big up. That's brave. Lucas says, Forest haven't done much business. I think we could steamroll them tomorrow. That is very brave, Maggie. Very brave. I hope you're right, though. I hope you're right. But listen, I am going to sign off now. It's been lovely, as always, to check in with you all. Promise next time I'll make sure everything's up to date. Zeta could be off. Delap. Let's see. Let's see. Give me Mudryk on loan. Have a conversation about Delap and make that happen as well. But I'll love you and leave you now, and I'll be back tomorrow at 2:00 for the watch along. Love it. Peace and love you, motherfuckers. Peace.